Our Titan representing the London School of Economics is Dr. Ros Altmann. She's an experienced advisor on pensions and investment strategy. She's worked in the city, she's worked as an academic and as a government advisor.
My predictions for the coming year are actually pretty optimistic. I think growth is going to surprise positively. Inflation will be lower than expected. Earnings growth will pick up and unemployment will come down. So overall, I actually think that the UK economy is set for what I've called a pre-election boomlet. So what is going to be driving growth? Well, obviously the construction sector is picking up. Construction is now at its highest level for more than 10 years and is likely to continue to drive growth. And I look at the politics, not just the economics. And given that there is an election coming up in 2015 and we have a Chancellor who is determined to show that he knows what he's doing on the economy, I think the signs to me suggest that perhaps the economy has been managed to, as far as possible, deliver strong growth with low inflation ahead of the election. So my predictions for GDP growth for next year is that by the third quarter, GDP will be growing at about a 4% plus annual rate, which is much faster than anyone expects. But I'm also suggesting that inflation will surprise and be lower than people currently forecast. So I'm expecting inflation to perhaps even dip below the 2% level. At the same time, I think earnings are going to be picking up and possibly reaching close to 3% by the third quarter of next year, which would allow the government to claim that real earnings are increasing, standard of living may start to increase, and unemployment, I'm predicting, will fall to about 7.2% by the third quarter of next year. If anything, perhaps it could even fall further, but I'm not sure whether employers will take on extra workers straight away. There's a lot of underemployment. And I am also expecting that the stock market will do very well next year, although as far as the US market is concerned, given that US equity prices are already quite high, I think perhaps the US market won't be quite as strong as the UK market. So I'm predicting a high for the S&P of 1860 next year.